Hi everyone, Paige here, energy healer and channel with your August energy update. And just a quick reminder, these updates are not forecasts. Obviously, it's the end of the month, getting close to the end of the month. This is a analysis of the energy of the month of August and a little bit of a forecast of what we're going to be having for the rest of this fall, actually. So I'll get into that in just a minute, but I will ask you to take a second to please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. So the month of August, it has been an interesting month and actually quite a slow month. So a lot of you have probably felt the slowing down of energy this month. And I would say that, if you're like me, that was a welcome change because this year, especially since March, has just been a relentless push forward and a lot of change, a lot of tumultuous change, unexpected change, and these are big changes. So these are things that I've been talking about quite a bit. If you've been watching my videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, go back and watch some of those because there has been so much this year and everyone is feeling it. Everyone is getting it in some way, and these tend to be big lifestyle changes. And also big shifts in perspective and shifts in consciousness. So it's notable. It's not just, your average year. And August is feeling oddly like a culmination of what we've gone through so far. Even though the energy is quite slow, things are sort of falling into place and really settling in. So the reason that the energy is so slow is we've got all these planets that are retrograde right now. And I'm not going to go into that again. I love astrology, but I'm not an expert on astrology. So I don't want to give anyone wrong information. But I always refer people to Pam Gregory's videos because they're wonderful and lots of good information there. So getting back to August and this retrograde energy, essentially having that many planets retrograde just really slows us down. It's like you can't push forward if you wanted to. You may feel unmotivated. You may feel like it's like your engines have just died. You had all these plans and now you don't feel like doing anything. That is that is very typical of retrograde energy, and that is exactly where we are right now. And unfortunately, that's not going to change much through the rest of this year. We're going to have a lot of retrograde energy through the end of 2023. But there are some positives to that. And one of those is that it gives you an incredible opportunity to relax and to take a break, because sometimes we don't give ourselves the breaks that we need. Just to readjust, to go to a slower pace and work from a slower pace. There's something really important about doing that, because when you do that, you align with the energy that's present. If you're pushing against something, let's say the energy around you is just not moving and you're pushing, you're going to become exhausted. You're not gonna win in that situation. The energy is not going to change. It is going to stay slow. So you're much better off adjusting your pace and moving with that slower pace. Go more slowly through your day. Take more time in the tasks that you're doing. But what you will find probably is that you're thinking things through more. You're spending more time planning, maybe. Or you're just going through things in a more present and mindful way. And that can actually be a really nice way to get your work done, and a nice way to go through your day. So I think that there's a lot of opportunity here in this retrograde energy. It's the energy that we've had, but the energy that we're going to have, like I said. So this is an opportunity for you to go back over the changes you've had this year. Look at where you are now. Where have they left you? It's kind of a where have I landed? Because it's almost like we were all tossed up and turning and churning, and now we're all coming back down. So it's sort of a, where am I now? Where have I landed? What's happening in my life? And what do I want now? Because when you have these huge shifts in perspective and you have these big changes, what you want changes significantly, especially if you have these big shifts in consciousness going on. You just don't look at things in the same way. Your values may be changing. So what I'm noticing, and I always like to mention this, what I'm noticing in client sessions in terms of trends is exactly this, that people are finding that they're really settling in to some of these bigger changes that have happened in their lives, and they tend to be things that they didn't expect. You know, they came up quickly. They were almost, some of them felt like they were forced on them, especially if you had a big health change that required that you change your lifestyle in a big way, those kinds of things. And that's been very typical for this year, this period. That and any number of other big changes in lifestyle, how we approach things. Those things are settling in, and now they're becoming our new reality. They're, instead of becoming this new thing and oh my gosh, what am I going to do and how's it? Now we've adjusted. I always talk about the energy system and how the energy system has to adjust. Your energy system has to adjust to these changes, has to adjust to the new patterns for them to become your new normal. And now that's become the new normal, even if it's a shift in perspective, shift in consciousness. That also creates a shift in the energy system, and then all of the systems need to run the new program as this is the new normal. Now, on that note, we're not done with our changes this year, but the pace has slowed down considerably. So what you're going to find is that you're spending more time reflecting, you're spending more time hopefully recharging and revitalizing, but also giving more thought to where you're going next. You may find yourself having to reconsider a lot of things based on the changes that you've gone through. And then I think that what we're going to find is, of course, when we get to October and eclipse season, we've got 2 eclipses in October, a lot of those things may come to conclusion. Like, okay, now this is official. This is what's happening. This is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing, that type of thing. Or you may have changed jobs and now you're finally settled into this new reality, this new way of living. So that is definitely something to look forward to for this fall. A lot of people are also still going through some difficult, challenging times. And I just want to mention that because I am seeing that and hearing about that. So if that feels like that's you, use this time to slow down and to really become introspective and look at what's happened in your life, what this is telling you, what it's showing you, what direction it may be pointing you. It may be showing you things that need to change, that have to change, that aren't serving you anymore, that need to move. And then when you can push those things, make the change that is coming up, openings happen. You might find that the path becomes easier. It's an energetic thing, so if you think about a block, something that's not moving, that's just stuck, and you finally make a decision that removes it, even if it's something you don't want to do, or it pushes you out of your comfort zone, or you'd spent years working towards something and now you have to let it go. Sometimes that's part of it. Sometimes that's what happens. Maybe you need to get some help that you've been putting off in some way or another. When you do that, you open up a new pathway. You open up a new flow. And that can really shift where you are. So that's just a little bit of advice if you find yourself in that situation. So that is your energy update for the month of August. Put your comments below and definitely let me know if this resonates with you, if you're finding these changes in your life. And please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. I'll see you next time.